from you work from a large company with all the infrastructure in place or all the assets are in place for a large company to go to a startup. And I'm going through this right now, actually. That's why I'm asking.
I think it comes down to what it comes down to how do you work?
Hmm.
Is it in a big company? Some people think this is a little rude to say, but there's a lot of fake work.
That's right.
There's a lot of like, oh, cool, we're gonna have these meetings and we're gonna
They
do these
call it
things,
HREs, right? Is that what they call it?
and it's like you could spend 90% of your week on like coordinating and not actually getting work done, or building new things or trying new things, and
Or
um,
like that Ferrari on top of the lawnmower.
yeah, which I mean, like, right? They spent millions of dollars. I doubt it was ever actually used in
Yep.
like with people.
Yep.
Um, and so it wasn't that hard for me to transition, but I was
Hmm.
kind of always on the fringes of a big. So I mean, it's I worked at a venture research firm that got acquired by United Health Group, and so we were always kind of our own little side project. And then I helped to start a company within United Health Group that grew super fast. I wish I had stock in that company instead of United Health Group, but
We all said that at some point.
yeah. And so it wasn't that hard, but there definitely are some things you take for granted, right?
Yeah.
Where like being in the tech side is like, oh, here's all these things that there were teams, hundreds of people working on things that supported what I was doing. It made it
Hmm.
really easy. And then when
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
jump to your own thing, it's like, oh well, what tools do I use? What people do I lean on? And it's a big learning curve,
You
but
know
it's been
what?
fun.
For me, the most thing that really, like when you work for a large organization, you have like an accounting department, you got finance, you got whatever, you got HR, you got somebody to issue invoices for you, right? That's the basic stuff. And when you're on your own, you have to figure all this out. And for me, I was on the phone this morning with the in the US, you call them IRS. Here we have the equivalent of those called
Yeah.
CRA, for instance. Trying to figure out like how do I do my taxes? Like how do I set it up? I have no idea. And they I don't know if it's the same in the US, but I think when a brand new entry to the business world, I think the revenue agencies on any country you live in, they see it as green opportunity for them. This guy's no experience. Says I'm gonna see if I can put him through the ropes already.
That's yeah, my accountant is worth her weight in gold.
That's right. You need one. Yeah, we need one. Yeah.
She calls, I get letters from the IRS and I'll just take a picture and text it to her and say, "Do I need to do anything with this?" And most of the time she's like, "Nope, I got it handled." And so it's fun.
Saves you the trouble. So tell me, like when you work for a large organization, what was the moment when you said, "Okay, guys, I got to go do my own"? What pushed you to that point? Is it frustration? Is it opportunity? Is it combination of both? What do you think?
Um, that's a really good question. I think early on, so I went and right out of school worked at a company called Ubiquity Networks. If you're listening to this in an office, if you look up at the ceiling, it's like a 50% chance that the wireless router sitting there is a Ubiquity wireless router. Um, and the CEO had bootstrapped, doing billions of dollars a year, and while the company was impressive, I was very quickly exposed to like, oh wait, the companies you usually look at and think, oh, this is amazing, everybody knows what they're doing. Like it was so scrappy when I was there 11 years ago, and it that instilled some confidence in me, more lack of confidence in the system, to realize, hey, look, nobody knows what they're doing. This guy had a great idea and took a gamble and it worked out. Now like there's a group of people who've come together and they're making it work. um, but being exposed to a couple of those, and then I went and worked at this venture research firm that their whole thing was they kind of sat next to United Health Group, right? Like the biggest healthcare company, insurance company in the United States. um, and they would do all these research projects for them, and when some of them were so simple and but so useful for such little things, right? Like this idea that if you get people to walk more, they're healthier. And when they have to go to the hospital for any reason, whether it be, they get the pneumonia or they get in a car accident, if they're walking, they get out of the hospital faster. and that saves billions of dollars. Things like that made me think, oh, cool. Someday I want to do my own thing. And so it was just a matter of time.
Yep.
And then within that group got acquired by United Health Group. Then we had a bunch of research that we took and spun out into a company around type 2 diabetes. And I was part of the founding team there. And that was really kind of the final
Catalyst.
fire was, yeah, the catalyst to say, hey, me and 7 other people
Hmm.
with a lot of help from other people, but it was really us that, we took this, brought it 10,000 people. The company was worth $1.5 billion within 18 months.